You like Trump? Good girl. You like Biden? Come on, man. We cheated. Alright. We have an amplifier here that I've been needing to get to for a little bit now. But as y'all know, I'm working on a car. And I lose. And I'm hoping y'all can see that. The only thing about shining them boards up is so much LED light above it. I reckon I need to put I reckon I can go up there with a silk screen or something. Where's my Alright. I was watching 390 out there a while ago, but YouTube, you can't watch somebody else's channel. You might get copyright infringed, some shit, I guess, against it. So I was sat down here, didn't even know it, but the computer was playing, and it was freaking Gomer Pyle was it wasn't like I was watching that. It just came up on my feed. So it just goes to the next video. What I'm more likely what I'm getting out. And it said, Shazam and surprise, surprise, surprise. And they got on me. They knocked my video down. And I had to edit that out of there. And that took me forever to figure out how to get that out there with YouTube's program. I'm used to mine. And yeah. So that was a bunch of crap. So I don't listen to videos anymore. I see Fat Cat listening to I think I watched a video on him the other day. He was watching I Dream of Jeannie. And I don't know how he got away with that. Let's see, this is I know some of y'all are going to say, well, what in the hell takes you so damn long? Well, because I'm doing them. When you start doing them, you do it the way you see fit. But I'm going to do it my way. This is not very fast, but I like to cut them myself and make sure they're aligned. Well, better leave it out because I got to cut one for the one peel section. Is my air not on? It sure ain't. Well, at least I know my tank is not leaking. I need to go out there and drain the water out of that thing if it's any in it. I don't think, well, I can't say that it's not because you never know. You never know anything anymore. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Freaking cat hair. Should have used this to start with, but get back away from it. It's just pretty strong. This board's already got some clear coat over it. Input here. I really got, this is kind of anal that I'm so critical about way my peel strips hit. And it is because if I have to work on it, I want to make sure that I can get a prop under here and get them out. That don't always mean you're gonna pull it out nice and clean, but I don't know. I just like it nice and straight. Line. Let me turn my iron down a little bit. And try to get these wet it down really good. I know it's hard to see because of the glare of the light and the way the board's laid out, but it's nothing I can do about it other than put up a seal screen, I guess. And damn, that's what I forgot it. Need to get on Patreon and see what that's all about. I never heard of that, and I think I've seen Mr. Carlson's lab talk about it. Man, that's one smart little joker. I hope I didn't kill you. She was just on the back of my neck. Being aggravating. Just see, get up. Yeah, she's moving around. Well, she's not dead. So they can kill her. Come here. Where'd you go? Go over yonder. Play nicely. I see where BBI done a video. Yeah, appreciate it, by the way. But it was a screw loose. I got a bunch of them, but that's mostly just in my head. But I don't know how that got loose. I have went over my transistors when I get them with clear coat. Went over them with clear coat to keep the little pencil writing off of it and keep the my cleaner, which is awesome. It's awesome. I need to start deleting that with water, but it works so good full strength. Some of these parts I'm reusing because they came in his amp. This is a rebuild, by the way. So yeah. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Buddy. I don't see why more people don't get out here and put out these long ass boring videos. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm boring you. Why do I keep losing my snip stab, buddy? It must fall off at the Holy Moly Donut Shop. There they are. I've watched that movie probably 38,000 times, and I swear every time I see it, it's something different. I think they got different versions of that movie. And that movie, by the way, is Friday after next. I've been wanting to see Yellowstone. Everybody says it's really good, and said it's kind of like it's kind of like shit, Dallas back in the day. That was a show out there when I was young that even though I didn't want to watch it, I had to because that's what the parents wanted to watch. You didn't get to pick your channels in. You didn't get to say, I don't like this, so I don't want to watch it. No. You say that, your ass going to be over in the corner watching the damn wall. Believe me, I watched a lot of wall. The Waltons, I guess that's what I was watching. I watched them too, but yep. I watched a lot of the wall. And people say, well, I'd rather have that than I would a whooping. Shit. I'd rather have a damn whooping. He knew that shit too. He got wise to that. Stand in that corner with that 1 foot. Man. And if you cry, you ought to give something to cry for. You imagine hearing a parent say that nowadays. You keep crying. I give you something to cry for. You might hear them say it, but they ain't gonna do a damn thing. 'Cause the government runs the household nowadays, and you ain't allowed to discipline the kids. I ain't saying beat the hell out of them, but discipline them a little bit. Nah, they ain't having that shit. They're there to discipline your kid. And then if your kid does something wrong, you know who goes to jail for it? Well, of course you do. They're going to stand up for the kid until it's time for them to stand up for it, for its actions, per se. No, they ain't wanting to do that. Yeah, they ain't wanting to do none of that shit. Well, it's your kid. Well, you was telling me I couldn't do nothing about it earlier. Hey, Lulu. No, she's down here. No. Guess what she wants? What do you want, No? Huh? No. Tell me what you want. Well, you ain't getting it until you tell me. Yep. Been wanting to see Yellowstone, but looked it up on Amazon Prime, and they want like $3 per episode. No. No. I'm not paying no $3 no episode. I ring now. Just have to wait till it comes out on Betamax or something. Hell, I don't know what the hell they got now. But I'm not. It's on Paramount Pictures, what it says. It'll let you watch a trailer to it. Looks pretty good. I seen Hacksaw Ridge tonight for the very first time. I finally seen it, been wanting to, and me and Amy Lou was sitting on the couch, and I've got nobody on YouTube to watch besides 390, and he wasn't on there then. He's the only one putting out videos about every day, other than 307, and his videos don't last but a few minutes. So he says he has them on Facebook, but I don't have a Facebook. And I'm not going to get one. They said they got a new site out called WeMe. I think it's WeMe. And Trump's supposed to be opening his up. I think I done already signed up for that one. But it ain't, they ain't, I guess the Dems are holding that back. They don't want him to have any kind of view. They're suppressing nowadays. And that's funny as hell, because the ones that was the people that was talking shit about Trump back then, they're not talking too much shit about him now. They're mad at, because they're done got few of them done got threw off their platform, and they don't like it. They do not like it. Can't blame them, but it's funny how a lot of stuff has done came true. And so, well, we ain't gonna raise your taxes, but, well, when you pay all this money for gas, you pay all this money for food. I went to Food Line. That, for some of you guys, y'all might not know what that is. Food Line here is a grocery store. They have, here, I don't know exactly who owns the place, but that's where I do majority of my shopping. For say it's for food. But I went in there and got 2 little ribeye steaks. I'm talking about, I think it weighed 1.40 1.43 pounds. 1.43 pounds. That's 1 pound and, let's see, I don't know, 16 ounces and all, 16 ounces in a pound. I don't know how they do that, but whatever. I ain't thinking right now, but because I got my mind on something else. But that steak was $17, $18 for a steak, for 2 little steaks. Yeah, it's and it's the same thing we've been getting. The same exact thing. I go in and I get the same thing. The same thing. All the time. It was $12. That's what it was about 6 months ago. About 6 months ago it was, yep. Now, $17. My niece went out and got some steaks from what's in that cat hair? That'll burn it off. It'll be gone. Got some steaks from, what's that damn place that's like Walmart, but it's not Walmart? Sam's Club. Got some from Sam's Club. Yellow fat on them. Man, you talking about good. Like me some yellow fat, boy. That thing was like butter. Butter. It was good. Really good. I was trying to find something like it and I couldn't find them. And I went to a butcher shop, even looking. And they said they didn't have any grass fed. And at least that's where it said, how you got yellow fat was, he's the butcher. I know when we had cows, Black Angus, when we had them, and they would get into onions. We had one we put up in a in the cow trailer, and we kept her out there. I was probably about 13, 14 years old. And every day I come home from school was my job to milk the goat and feed this heifer. Well, she was actually no, it was a bull. But I had to feed him with a steer. A steer. If you want to be PC, it was a steer. He had a pinus. But we took it down there and got it, which is just right down the road from my house. We have a place down here called Mackin's Meat. It used to be. Now it's called Performance Meat. For some damn reason, and they used to sell all their meat to Wendy's. And I don't know what happened to that, but Wendy's quit buying from them. And so, but I used to go down there and watch them kill cows. But getting back to the story at hand, we took that cow down there and got it slaughtered. We normally do that ourselves back then, but of course it was right down the road. And we had never had one done like that before. So they slaughtered it. I watched them do it. And that was very interesting. They have a gun that you put a 22 short into, and that gun has a rod in it. The rod, the 22 shell you put in up here, put the compression in and made that rod come out. And that rod was spring loaded, and it would come out, and they would put it up against that cow's head, like that's that cow's head. They put it up against that cow's head and pull that trigger, and when it hit him, that thing would go into his brain and pop out. Or if it didn't pop out, they'd jerk it out, but it would come out majority of the time, and that cow would drop to the ground. And then if it didn't drop to the ground, they had this fella in there with a sledgehammer. And he would straddle the chute. He would straddle the chute, and he would hit him in the head. And I've seen two of the probably 200 or so killed down there that I've seen. It had to be done like that. But the guy said they used to do that all the time, and that was very efficient the way they done that. They would take the cow and take it in, and it would come down the chute. Of course, they let one at a time. It would come down the chute, and they would lock it in there, and so it couldn't back out. And that poor thing was just sitting down. I feel so bad about it to start with, and bam, that thing would go off, and they would pick that cow up by its back feet, and then cut his neck, and it would bleed out right there, start bleeding out, and it wasn't but just a few minutes, and they had these things come up on it had stainless steel, everything down on stainless steel, had these two rods setting up like this, and they laid the cow on it with his back laying down. His back would be on his belly would be open, and cut down his belly, and all his guts would fall out and everything, and then they would gut it and pretty much dress it out right there, field dressing is what you call it. I don't know what, like, just gut it. Get all that out of it, wash all that out. I mean, within a matter of a minute, it would be completely clean on the inside, and then they had these hooks that was on that table, and they would pull that cow, and it would pull the hide off of it, and they would cut around his foot, and cut up his foot, and cut up his foot, and it would pull it off like a coat. And then, of course, when it got up out to the top part of his neck, they'd just cut his head off with a bandsaw. But those jokers were so efficient. It wouldn't take but a few minutes, and that joker would be ready to. They would take it up and hang the meat, and they would put it in put it in, I guess, purgatory. They keep it for so long, and I guess they do tests on it, and so to make sure they got no bacteria or nothing like that in it, nothing's got in, I guess. And I had a friend that was the USDA man down there. Very cool, very, very, very cool. Lumbee Indian. Name of John. Super, super, super cool guy. Which I was just a young kid, and he would. I don't know. It's probably. I'd ride the bicycle down there, and they invited me to come down there. So I went down there and watched all that. I don't know. I was probably 8, 9, maybe 7, 8, 9. I don't know. I lose track of time very easy. It seems like it wouldn't be yesterday. But I don't really like. It's not that I'm against it. I eat meat and all this shit. I ain't no vegan. Which I don't see nothing wrong with. If you want to be a vegan, you be a vegan. If you want to eat assholes, I don't care. It don't bother me. As long as I don't have to see you do it. But, I don't know. I just ain't never. I mean, I can kill animals, I guess. I've killed a pig or two. Shot him with a 22 in the head, and then went. I made a mobile. The sharecropper that worked with us, Russell Thomas, black guy. He had a 57 Chevrolet front axle. You know, there was one piece back then. Like they put on the gasser coils now. They was, he had one of those. And he had the idea, he had a tank built. And it was a hog's collar, but they had dug a hole in the ground, just wide enough for that to go in. And they would wedge that down in the ground. It was built wedges down it, and they would put that in the ground, and of course build a fire up underneath. You can get the temperature up to, what was it, that's been a long time ago. I think it was 145 or something. If it was over that, it would go up. The hair wouldn't come out of the pig right. I think it was 145, 142, something like that. But it all depended on what thermometer you had or something. I think that's what it was. I don't know, it's been a long time ago. But anyways, it was down in the ground. He told me, he said, take this axle, take that tank, pick that up out of there. I want you to put a tongue on the end of the tank. I want you to put the axle up underneath it. And so I was probably 14, 15 years old and welded it on now. 6011, one of my favorite rods. It'll burn through about anything. You weld through cow shit with that rod. That rod burns hot. But I welded that axle on that. Of course, that axle went under and the tires was up above it. So it was about a foot, maybe a foot up off the ground. But he would take and put, and I put burners up underneath it. We went to a tobacco barn and got the burners out up underneath the tobacco barn. and he would take and kill pigs for people. Mobile hog sculling and killing. And he had a guy that worked for him, his neighbor, and that guy just loved to shoot a pig. Man, he loved to shoot a pig. You didn't even start without that boy. And we would take and kill the pig, and then they would grab it with the tractor and boom pole. That's an attachment goes on back of the tractor. It's got a pole in it. You hook something to it and pick it up with the 3-point hitch. And but we would skull hogs, and they had these little round things, little cups, and there was a stick sticking off the end of them. And you rake the hair off the hog with that. And of course, when you put the hog in, I think your hog had to go in at like 170 because the water's going to cool down when that big old fat ass pig goes in. Well, I think it was 170 cools down to 140 or still 142 or something like that. But anyways, man, oh man, they could do a good job at that. It wouldn't be, they was about as efficient as down here. So I grew up around that stuff. It was a different time back then. Now I can't even talk Amy into eating a squirrel, a rabbit, deer. She won't eat it. She has ate some deer, didn't know it, but she has. But if you asked her, she hadn't, but she has. Ask me how I know. No, don't ask me. But man, oh man, I don't understand how they don't like deer tenderloin. I mean, good God. And the Mexicans that we had helping us in the Baca, we would raise some goats. And we always had a nanny goat. Daddy always believed that he had an ulcer. And old wives' tale says if you drink goat's milk that it will cure an ulcer. Well, he drank goat's milk from when I was old enough to milk a damn goat to I was about 14. And I hated milking that bitch. Man, I hated that shit. Every damn day. Every morning. Every evening. But we would raise some goats. Of course, to keep the female producing milk, she had to have some baby goats. Well, we would sell the Mexican boys the goats. Unless it was a nanny. We'd keep her. But most time a goat had two. It would be most time it'd be twins, far as I knew. But it's kind of funny when twins come out and one would be brown, one would be black. Or brown and black, and the other would be black and brown. But opposite. I don't know. It was weird, but Daddy called them twins, but I don't know. some of them would look alike. I don't know, but he would, them boys would take that goat. My God. I don't know why in the hell they just wouldn't shoot it in the head. We told them, said, after they done the first one, I said, please just let me shoot that goat. No, 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 no. I said, okay. They hold the goat on the ground, like 5 of them pile on it, and they'll cut its throat. And that goat screamed like a little baby. And I run, and I don't want to hear that. Sounds like a little baby. I don't want to hear that crap. Well, that's just the way they do it over there, I guess. I didn't like hearing that shit. And you ain't never in your life heard nothing like it. And I asked the Mexican one, I said, why do y'all do that? And he said that the goat moving around, and which I don't know how it moves around too damn much when they're holding it down, but they said that it makes them bleed out better, struggling. I hope to God they don't have to die struggling. I don't know about none of that like that, but I just couldn't do it. I'd rather bang, have it over with. But that's just me. And when you raise an animal, I mean, you learn to care for it. I always had a pig every year. When I was a little boy, Daddy would always get me a pig. And that pig would always go to missing around about this time of the year when it first turned cold. And every year that pig's name was Arnold. Because of Green Acres, I guess. But I was little. Hell, I probably named him Shithead. I don't know. But Daddy told me that I named him Arnold. So, I guess I did. He wasn't too bad about, I mean, he'd tell you some shit, but he wouldn't make up nothing like that. So, before say it's not tell you shit, he'd pick on you. But that pig would get to missing. And hell, I didn't know. I didn't know where the hell it was going. And you'd say, well, you got to be really stupid because I was killing pigs then and you didn't know it was your pig. No, I didn't know it was my pig because all the pigs pretty much looked alike. They was, I forgot what breed they was, but they was they had a belt around them. They was white. They had a white belt. They was black in the front, black in the back with a belt, I think. Or maybe they was white in the front, white in the back, and a belt in the middle or black. I don't know. I don't know. Been a long time ago. It was black on white. I don't know. Somewhere along the line, black met white. I don't know which end it was, but I know one part was in the middle. They would kill them, and I'd help do what I could do. Try to keep away from that acid there, that flux. That stuff's pretty strong. And if you notice, it does a better job at cleaning. It don't quite get as contaminated as the other, but it's I mean, which the other one says don't breathe it in neither, and I try not to do that either, but this is, you can tell this is strong. Very strong. Well, let me change the battery out, and we'll be back.